As promised, today I have a very special design that was brought to me by two different creators, two different artistes. Stay tuned, we're gonna dive in and I'm gonna show you what it is. Before I reveal to you what the Slingshot is, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory. There's a guy named Dan Layton from Layton Strads and Caddies. Him and another young man named Aaron both decided to start making slingshots. So I got to talking to Dan a little bit and, I asked him, well, when did you start and how long have you been making them, things like that. He has blown up. He's got tons and tons of frames out there now. He had offered to make me a frame. All right, folks, this is the Don. This is what the Slingshot looks like, and this is what it's called. This is called the Don. This one is made by Dan Layton. This is the first one I wanted to show you guys. This here is a very special Slingshot to me because he made it exactly how I shoot. He brought these sweeps up super high, so high that he actually had to trim the clips a little bit because he knows that I shoot at a very high pinch there, kind of a modified pinch. Slingshot itself is super thin, but it has this beautiful swell down here on the back side. It goes into your palm. On the front there, it goes into your fingers, so everything just kind of locks right into place no matter how you shoot it. It is a stubby little guy. I don't know the exact measurements because I've never really measured it. I did request a 90 millimeter and 25 millimeter tips, so I can tell you that that is 100% on point. And then this one has the very thin clips. Look at that, super thin. So this was the first Don that was brought to me, completely custom to my liking, thanks to Dan Layton. Fast forward a year later, cue Uncle Dean. He steps into the scene, right? Uncle Dean is Dan Layton's uncle. He's Uncle Dean, the machinist part, right? Now, if that gives you any kind of idea of what he does, in my mind, that means that he's probably pretty detail-oriented. He offered to start building some frames, and he's kind of doing a random selection. He'll have a list of names, shoot it with a slingshot, and whoever it lands on, that's the lucky winner of the next frame. This is strictly out of the kindness of his heart, guys. I did end up winning the lucky slot, which just blew my mind. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, badass, love it. Here's a couple pictures of some other ones. I'll move out of the way so you can see. There's more out there, okay? I just couldn't find a good archive of pictures, so I just put up the ones that I saw, that I can remember at least. He has been a very, very huge supporter of my channel. He always comments, he's always positive. He is a super cool guy. Wish I could actually meet him in person. He did do a tour of his workshop, right? Which I strongly suggest you go look because the stuff that he's pumping out of such a small workshop is amazing. He's a true artist, in my opinion. He can mold something out of metal and it's just out of this world. So go check out that video. Speaking through Dan, I talked with Dean. He asked me what I wanted him to make. Wanted him to make the same one that Dan Layton had made for me. Couple of reasons. One, I believe that Dean likes a challenge. Two, I know this Slingshot is not the most well known. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now we have the Uncle Dean here. This thing is crazy. If you have any other aluminum slingshots or any kind of metal slingshots, you'll know that if you actually use them, which I have been, that you're going to get fingerprints all over them and stuff. This will polish back up to a mirror finish, which is how it arrived. But, I'm not going to polish it until I'm ready to put it on the stand and display it. Right now, I'm going to shoot it some more, which I have been since I've received it for a few weeks now. As you can see, he copied the design very well. This is amazing. There's some sort of magic going on here because he has made these two different metals come together at such a smooth junction that you can't even tell. Like your fingernail will not pick up a groove here. I don't know what kind of wizardry he does, but that's amazing. The clips here are as perfect as you can get. Nothing wrong with them at all. Everything just flows. Like this is downright amazing. This is how you would hold it, right? You'd hold it with this hand. This is a left hand hold. He has left this part here, these parts, and this part as a brushed look. The reason for that is if you shoot during midday, this here will blind the living crap out of you if it's polished. Man, oh man, I can't find anything wrong with this thing. This thing is downright perfect in my opinion. And finally, this is them side by side. If you are interested in this kind of slingshot, reach out directly to him. He may or may not make you one. He is a very busy young man. I will put a link to his Facebook down in the description, and I'll put a couple of links to the different channels that I've mentioned today also down in the description. I'd like to take one quick second to ask you to subscribe if you like my channel, if you like slingshots, or if you enjoy anything slingshot related. It really helps me improve, and then also helps my channel grow. Thank you. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you this thing out in the sun here so you can see exactly what it is. Like I said, all these little minor marks here will come off once I actually polish it, but you can still see tons of reflections here. I can't explain to you how beautiful this slingshot is. Let's go ahead and shoot it. So let's talk about the hold on this thing. I'm going to pinch it like this here. So top finger goes in there, pointer finger. Bottom kind of comes around and just kind of lays in place here. These fingers lay down there, and then this guy, you can either pinky hold it down below, or you can just let it sit right on top of that ridge there. So far, I haven't decided which way I like it better, but it fits either way. The key to this slingshot when shooting in winter is do not set it down. Once you set it down, it becomes ice cold. So I'm holding this sucker tight. My favorite part of every video is shooting, and here we go. 10 shots at a 40 wasp. It's a white wasp spinner, and we're at 10 meters. Seven out of 10 ain't so bad for some early morning shooting. Look at the shine on that bad boy. All right, let's put up some other targets and see what we can do. Fresh bands on there. The other ones we're about to rip. I have a big ram metal target there, a little chicken there, and a 12.5 millimeter in the middle. Let's see if we can hit the chicken first. Got him. I hit him right at the base, and it actually popped up a little piece of wood there. Let's see if we can hit the big ram. Hopefully I don't miss this giant thing. Got him. All right, and in the middle we have a 12.5 millimeter. Not too sure about that. Ooh, dead center, but right below it. Let's see if we can get it on 2 shots. Got it, 2 shots. Wow, I'm actually starting to come alive with this thing. The more I shoot it, I'm getting a little bit warmed up. I'm gonna do one distance shot and see how that goes. Right in this general direction, it's hard to see, maybe I'll zoom in, is a red target. It's made of metal, about an 1/8 inch thick, I guess. So you will definitely hear a significant tink sound if you hit it. I believe it is a 40 and a 60. It's kind of 2 pieces stuck together, but I'll have to measure that. Maybe a 60 and a 80. Got it. 4th shot. I'm okay with that. That's pretty far out. And we're still getting used to this guy. Shoots very well. Final thoughts. And yes, I'm holding my microphone just for you people who love that. Thank you, Uncle Dean. Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate the kindness in your heart. I really appreciate you thinking of other people in the slingshot community. It never ceases to amaze me the amount of kindness that is out there. Yeah, you get your occasional jag off, and you know who you are. But most people who shoot slingshots are amazing. Thank you. I hope to see you in my next video.